Alright guys, it's been quite a few days since I put this canopy on. Everything seems to work. I'm very happy with my design. It's solid as can be. I didn't run the wires yet. I want to do the painting first. So today I'm going to have to take everything off, take it off the tractor again. And I'm going to start by putting a coat of primer on it, sand it down a little and put a coat of primer on everything and see how quick that dries. And maybe I can get this thing painted today and installed back on the tractor and get the wires run, and maybe we can finish this today. I don't know, we'll have to see how it goes. So I gotta first start by taking the lights back off that I put on, all four of them, and I'm gonna take the side braces off next, and then take the 4 bolts off the roof, and I should be able to pull it off the tractor and get it primered here. All right, the lights are off. I got the side braces off. You see how much it rattles without the side braces. Now all that's left is to remove these 4 bolts here, and I should be able to just lift it up and off here and get it on the sawhorses over there, and we're gonna start sanding on this thing. All right, I had the canopy on the sawhorses. The underside is coated with 1 coat of rust metal primer. I think that's all I'm going to do. I'm just using the rattle cans on this project. These braces are also primed both sides. I'm going to paint these black to match the roll bar. So this side is dry. I'm going to flip this and do the top with the rust primer, let it dry, then paint it red, then flip it again, and then paint the underside red. So let me get these painted with some gloss black paint. All right, we've got the top primed and painted now with 1 coat. I'm going to put a second coat on. I'm going to let this coat dry just because the top should have 2 coats being out in the sun or any type of weather. I'll put a second coat on, and I have to let it dry. I'm going to put some cardboard down on the sawhorses, flip it upside down, paint the underside. I want to do a good job on the underside because that's about all you're going to see. When this is on, all you see are the sides and the underside, so I want to do that nice. The brackets are black now. They are drying, so I'm going to let this sit, let it dry. It is pretty nice today. It's 75 degrees with low humidity, so it's perfect for paint to dry. Just doing some other little odd jobs on this. You notice there were a lot of pins missing, cotter pins from the 3-point hitch. I have all the 3-point hitches now all put together the way it should be. Nothing's going to fall apart on it. A little bit of other tweaks and adjustments here and there. So yeah, instead of watching paint dry, I'm going to go cut some grass. And by the time I'm done mowing grass, this should be ready to go. So for the second coat. So it's a slow process painting, and like I say, I'm just using the rattle cans on this job. It's a used canopy, and it's a whole lot of work to set up the paint gun to paint, and I'm out of the cans of paint. I have some spray cans left. The goal is to use up all the paint before winter because I don't like storing it. I don't like every spring I try to buy new paint. Don't want to have any old stuff laying around, so I got tons of rattle cans, so I want to finish them up. We'll have to see how the weather goes. I'm still thinking about painting the hay rake. Just have to try to get the weather right now, so, and time. We're going to be maybe making hay here shortly, so I'm going to need it, so no reason to tear it apart and paint it. So I'll let this dry, go cut some grass, and I will come back with you guys later. Done with that. Just in the nick of time, starting to rain. All right, I got 1 coat on the inside. I got 2 coats on the outside. I have it leaning up against the sawhorses. Should be okay to sit there a little while till it dries. It's raining now, so the humidity did go up. And probably it's going to take a little bit longer to dry than earlier. Earlier it was nice and breezy, and now it's just raining again. So I don't know, we'll see. Kind of having to wait for paint to dry. I want to finish this project today. It's about 1:30, so I should be able to get it up on the tractor and get the lights put back in. All right, guys, it's the next day. This did not dry last night. We got that rain. You probably saw in the last clips, the video. It rained and then it turned so humid. This wasn't gonna dry. This was soaking wet for quite a few hours last night, so no good, and kind of had a disaster with it. I had the top painted red, and it wasn't drying, so I figured I would stand it straight up and down, just prop it up a little bit and paint the inside. That way today, when I came back, the whole thing would be dry. Well, I had it standing up in here. It was propped up and standing under its own power, but then we got some wind, and it knocked it over. It knocked it over, and it skid down the sawhorses, and scraped all the paint off that was on, 2 coats. So maybe depending on the way the light hits it, you can see, but I am glad that it's just the top, because you can't see the top. The top is up there. Looking down on it, nobody's going to be able to see the top and look down and say, oh man. So I did get the whole thing painted. It is dry today. I decided I'm going to stop fussing around with it and just get it put back on the tractor here. So let me rearrange some things today and get this installed. All right, so when I reinstall this, I want to do it exactly like I did it the last time. I want to park it underneath the trusses there, throw the ratchet strap over to hold it till I get the bolts in. I took this off without the ratchet strap, and for a guy with some chronic neck pain and some back issues, that was a mistake. So that thing weighs a lot. I'm not sure what gauge of steel this is, but it is a pretty darn heavy. It's heavy. It's not a light, and it's awkward. It's hard to lift it and hold it up over your head. So I'm going to try to make this easier on myself anyway, and use the ratchet strap as a second pair of hands. So we'll get this going and do that. All right, so that should make things easier there. I'll just bring it up the side, set it on top, hook it in, ratchet it in place. And the other thing is, if I can do it this way, I won't be as inclined to be scratching it all up. It's already dinged up enough. I don't need to make it any worse. So we got that going. All right, it's on there. I don't know if painting this thing made this canopy look better or worse. It was kind of a rough piece to begin with, but hey, he'll get used to it. I was thinking about painting it white, but that wouldn't really be correct. Most case international equipment, anything that had a canopy, it was red. More of the internationals that had the white. So I guess I could have. But red paint's a little bit better, I think, than white in some instances, and I think this was one of them. So I've got it up there. I got the 4 bolts in. Whew, I'm out of breath from wrestling that thing. Anyway, the 4 bolts are in, so I'm going to put the side braces on and just dry fit all the bolts, because there's a chance that if I tighten anything down, it's not going to go together right. So let me put the side braces on. They are over here, and they are painted black, and I didn't mark which is right and which is left, so I've got to make sure I get the right one on the right side and make sure it fits. All right, it's on. All the bolts are tightened. Everything fit. It didn't matter if I marked those right or left. I had put those 2 flat pieces of steel together and drilled them through both of them at once, so it was the same bolt pattern. They would have worked on either side. So not bad. I'm glad I painted those braces black, just because it's not really noticeable now. You do notice them on the inside, but it's I had thoughts of making some triangular piece or something in there to use both of them, but it's just not necessary. This is so sturdy right now, and the only reason it's going to vibrate is if the roll bar vibrates from the tractor. So it's not going to go anywhere. This canopy does have, I don't think I would have gotten away with doing it like this if that wasn't such a heavy gauge of steel. That is a very heavy roof. It's an older one from the 60s or 70s, and it has a lot of weight to it and a heavy gauge steel. So it does have some structural abilities on its own. So, but yeah, I'm not going to worry about this. This is plenty heavy, plenty strong. I did put that little trim piece on the inside. So I am going to maybe put some cab foam up there someday. I don't have enough of it. I have some, but I don't have enough. And I do have one I want to replace on the 986 in that roof. So maybe I'll be doing a video series on installing some cab foam, but for now, it's not bad. Now I'm going to put the lights back in it, and it should be the last time I have to take those lights off. So now I can install them where they're going to go and stay there, so then I can start running some wires. All right, I have all the lights back on where they need to go. They're all fastened down pretty good, and all that's left to do now is run the wires and wire this thing. That's where today's video is going to end until I get, I ordered some of the wire loom and some clips, and I was actually going to order, instead of using that hole for a toggle switch. Toggle switches are nice. The problem is a lot of times they break off, you bump them. There is a place here, a cap, that does snap out of here. It's an auxiliary place for a switch. That there is probably for the four-wheel drive, if I had to guess. Maybe, maybe not. They did have these in four-wheel drive. But I'm going to snap this out, measure the opening, and I think I'm going to get just a switch exactly like the turn signal one there, just a on and off, and we'll put that in there, make it look a little bit nicer, cleaner on the dash. We don't have anything sticking out that can get hung up or any issues there. Mosquitoes are bad today. So I'll do another video on wiring this thing. Wiring is a very boring, monotonous thing, but if anybody's interested, I will make a video on it. We're probably, like I said, I don't know how fancy I want to get with the wiring. If I want to put all four of them just on one switch, light it all up, I don't see any reason why it couldn't be all on one switch, because if I am, in the case I would be out on the road at night, the bucket's up in the air just a little bit, these lights are still functional and they have high and low beam, and I don't know. We'll think this through and see what we come up with. It's going to be on its own circuit, its own fuse. I am going to ground it directly to the battery because lighting is always something that goes wrong on these tractors, and a lot of times it's the ground, and most times somebody grounds it to a bolt on the frame. I think I'm going to just put a lug right on the battery, so it's something that's never going to give me trouble, hopefully. So yeah, I got to wait for the wire loom to show up and that kind of stuff. So there it is. The rear work lights I'm still not sure on yet, if I want them there. I have to see how they're going to work. When I wire this thing, I'm going to get the lights on and do a test at night and see where the light is actually being, where the light actually is, and if I can adjust them where I want them. If it's okay, I'm going to let them there. If not, I have to build a bracket to drop them down a little bit. If I can move them down a little bit, then I have some adjustment on them. But right there, they are the most, it's hard to see with the light shining in. Right there, they are the most out of the way and protected from any type of, hopefully any type of tree limbs or anything like that. It's kind of a good spot for them, I think. Excuse me. These flashers, only one of them works. I'm going to see about getting a pair of LED flashers maybe for the fenders, stick them on, because the one does work. I think there's a problem in the feed from this side to this side because that bulb is good. So got to do something there, and we'll have flashers again. We have one, that's usually enough, but we'll see. I don't know how far I want to go with it. So the roof is done now. I just have to run the wires and paint the rear fenders, and what else? I want to mount a toolbox on here somewhere. There's no toolbox. It's not like the 685 with the toolbox in the floor. There is no place to put a toolbox on here, just a little one, maybe mount it to the loader frame. I don't know, we'll see. I'm procrastinating painting these fenders just because look at the pain in the neck that it's going to be to get. It's going to take some time and patience to do them, and I don't want to take them off the tractor because then I'd have to take the roll bar off, the fuel tank, the whole thing. I think I can do it on the tractor, but just gonna take some time. So all right guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for coming along with this video series. We're in the shade, we're under roof, and we're pretty close to having some lights at night to plow snow. So that was the goal. I have about $50 in this project. That's just because I got the Canopy for nothing. It's actually on the junk pile somewhere. So it's on. All right, thanks for watching.